Okay, here we go with Priest. Garrison Commander seems like the easy choice here. Once again, Priest is very weak to getting bad trades if you fall behind. Also, the comeback mechanisms in Priest are pretty weak. Very situational. Shadow Word Pain, Holy Nova, Shadow Word Death. You need to stay on the board and stick on the board, and to do that you don't want cards with weaker stats than the mana cost. So take Garrison Commander. For the same reason these two picks are not good, take the Bloodfend. Things like Gnomish, like slow plays are fine. I think here Argent Horse Rider is probably the strongest pick. Thoughtsteal is probably my second, and Gnomish would be my third, but it is pretty close three ways. Argent Horse Rider is good in Priest because you don't get damage removal as often. Like your only damage removal as Priest would be like Holy Smite or Holy Nova, and that's very easy to play around. With Argent Horse Rider, you can combo with things like Abusive or Shattered Sun or Dark Iron Dwarf. It makes it a lot better. And also it gives you a body. That's the important part. What Priest really lacks is bodies on the board to buff up with things like Temple Enforcer, Powered Shield, or Valence Chosen. And that is how you actually gain board presence as Priest, so we'll take it here. Pit Fighter seems like the obvious pick just because it's an overstated 5-drop that kills 4 drops for free. Dark Cultist, easy peasy. These cards are all kind of bad. Do we have any synergies with Inner Fire? Not really. Here I'm okay with Dragonhawk. It's probably the best out of the 3, and we don't really have good cards here. It doesn't have good stats for a 3-drop, but you gotta pick what you gotta pick. Harvest Golem versus North Korean Kraken. We'll take the North Korean Kraken. Slow plays are fine as Priest, especially ones that do 2 different things. Once again, the damage removal isn't very prevalent in most Priest decks, so you can catch people off guard dealing 4 damage to something with like 4 damage. 4 damage to something with 4 damage. Like a 4/4 is something that they wouldn't expect a Priest to be able to deal with off the board. Take it over Harvest Golem. Here we'll take the Bomber. Small pings, and we play somewhat reactively as Priest, so it's not like the Warlock or Hunter draft where we don't want to take Bombers. Because you're going to be playing from behind as Priest, and that's like usually when you're like even on the board or even in the game. You'll usually be behind, because if you're ahead then usually you're winning, so something like a Bomber is fine. The Light Spawn there isn't so good because you are so vulnerable to something like a Silence, and if you get silenced in the early game or mid game you just lose. Mind Control Tech, good card, especially good for Priest because a lot of what you do is you just survive and try to find a turn where you can use your powerful spells to come back on. MC Tech works in a similar way. Haunted Creeper. So sticky minions are really good in Priest. Once again, it provides a body for Powered Shield or Valence or any kind of buffs for you, and it gives you something that sticks on the board and that your opponent doesn't want to remove. So that's like the first step to winning a game, is to have something on board to make comebacks with. Here we're going to take Yeti. I think these two are somewhat close, but considering our curve not having a single 4-drop, we should definitely go with the Yeti here. Light Warden is like a replacement 2-drop. No dragons in our deck, so play it on 1, heal your opponent's face, and then you have a 3/2. Frost Ellie is fine here. Make some plays with that. Gnomish. Just Gnomish card draw is, you really don't want to spend mana on card draw as Priest, because if you ever fall behind, like you're gonna lose that card for free. That's the thing with Gnomish, or with Gnomish Inventor. You kind of like die to Shredders and Yetis for free, and then you pretty much skipped your entire turn to draw a card, but you don't really draw a card because you just lost Gnomish Inventor. So it's just like skipping 4 mana. Master Jouster is fine. I'll take it over Holy Fire. Holy Fire is okay. It's just too slow. Like if you compare it with something like a Fireball, it's like a 5 damage Fireball for 6. And what you need is fast cards as Priest, so you can just have something on board. Frigid Snowball, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Holy Smite, best card out of 3. I'm gonna skip all the easy ones. Here I think Valdir is okay. We could use some more late game, but this will be our first like really powerful removal card, and I think we should take that over a late game card. It's much more easy to replace Valdir with something like even like a War Golem or Boulder Fist Ogre, because it just represents our late game big body. But something like Shadow Word Pain is much harder to replace. It's one of the only tempo cards that you get as Priest. Like you get Pain and Death, and then very often you'll see Shadow Word Pain kill like a 4 mana 3/5, and and that'll net you 2 mana. And netting and just like getting mana on the board is generally a good plan for Priest, and that's how you win as Priest. Arcane Nullifier versus MC Tech number 2. We don't have very many 4s. I think if we take the second MC Tech, it'll change our playstyle for the deck. We'll play more reactively and try to get him to hit. But that's also very dangerous. That'll be the cause of our losses as well. I think we'd rather try to play somewhat proactively. Just take a decent 4-drop. Holy Smite, I'll take it over Mukla. Mukla's, once again, too bad for the stats. Priest doesn't really need win more cards. Like, the Priest hero power and like the Priest class is all about win more. It's just the fact that Priest can't get ahead. Like, you gotta first be winning to win more, and that's what Priest struggles with. So you want to pick cards that'll help you get ahead, not win games that are already won. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3-drops. Priest isn't necessarily like a minion heavy deck, and this doesn't really have tokens except for the Haunted Creeper. It's a tough pick. I think we still go with Knife Juggler though. Yeah, it's close with Saboteur. We'll take Fen Creeper here. Taunt is even more important in classes that can't deal ping damage. It's a way that you can manipulate the board trades, and the more, like, the less powerful your class is, the more you need to rely on things like that to get ahead on the board. Like, manipulate trades in order for you to get an advantage somewhere. Here we'll take the Blood Sail, solid 2-drop. So we have a lot of 2s, kind of want some more 3s and late game cards. Here we take the Stormwind Knight, sure. Shadow Word Pain number 2, I'll take it over Worgen, strong card. Clockwork Knight, how much mech synergies do we have? A quick scan of the deck tells us we have exactly 2 mechs. We have the Arcane Nullifier and Mech Warper.
You are awesome, Ratsmah. I enjoy your stream a lot.
Definitely need late game.
Watching your stream is a good way for me to relax in between my studies. Also a song request.
Hey, thank you very much for the 5. Appreciate it, Sputluk. I'll play your song after this, right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2-drops, enough. So probably just take the Silverhand Knight. We kind of feel like this deck is lacking something. So here's easy Shadow Madness. Shadow Madness is one of the best cards in the entire game. Definitely not the best, but one of the best. And for Priest, it might be the best rare. But so here we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 late game cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2-drops, and then double Holy Smite, double Shadow Word Pain, Shadow Madness for removal. Not bad. Looks like a very average Priest deck. It would have been nice if we got a Shadow Word Death or a Mind Control, something for the late game, but once again, Priest is a class that you don't really worry too much about the late game. Your hero power will usually carry you in the late game if you're ahead in the mid stages of the game. So it looks like a decent deck. I'll guess that'll go like 7 or 8. Even if it is a decent deck, it'll only go 7 or 8 because Priest is a little bit weak in the meta. You run into a lot of Paladins, and Priest kind of suffers playing against Paladins. Like, your win rate is really low. It's one of the worst matchups in the game. But yep, that is the video for this week. And if you enjoyed that, make sure to like the video. And you can find me on twitch.tv/Ratsmah. And I'll see you guys next week.